Good afternoon, students. Welcome to today's class. My name is Mr. Bolaji Shobande. Those of you that attended class last week, we started Idiom part 1 last week. Today is a continuation of what we started last week. And what you can see on the board, we said to let the cat out of the bag. What does that simply mean? It means to reveal a secret. Not everybody is good at keeping what? Secret. So when you let the cat out of the bag, simply means to reveal a secret. Number 2, to borrow a leaf. When you borrow a leaf, not everybody is good at maintaining good comportment. So when you are asked to borrow a leaf, is to copy a good example. We are living in a world of moral decadence, and there is need for everybody to maintain some level of sanity. And for you to do that, you must borrow a leaf from people that have attained the pinnacle of their career. Having said that, so to borrow a leaf means to copy or emulate people with good conduct. Then to put the cat before the horse. This is quite counterproductive. When you put the cat before the horse, simply means that you have done things in a wrong order. When you do things in a wrong order, it means to put the cat before the horse. And for you to do that, the result is going to be what? Total fiasco, failure. And nobody pray for such. So when you are given a task, you must endeavor to maintain some level of confidence, some level of tolerance, some level of perseverance for you to get through to what they are giving to you. So don't always put the cat before the horse. Don't do things in the wrong order. And how can you do that if you are in a haste to get things done? So please always maintain some level of degree of what? Comportment. We have what? To take the bull by the horn. You know, some students, when exam is around the corner, they always exercise what's called cold feet. They develop what? They become what? Nervous. Now, and some that don't have the mastery of a particular subject, could be maths, it could be English. Whenever they are writing such test or exam, they tend to become nervous. And for it to overcome, you have to take the bull by the horn, meaning to face a difficult situation with element of what? Apparent boldness. To face a difficult situation with what? Element of what? Boldness. Once you're able to conquer that element of timidity, will be what? Eliminated. So to take the bull by the horn means to face difficult situation with what? Boldness. The word what? To nip in the bud. Now we all know that some students can be quite restless. They can trigger what do you call it? Violence, chaos, or it's just like you have gone to watch football, stadium, and your team was eventually what? Defeated. And there are some, they are passionate, what do you call it? Admire a particular team. If their team should lose, they take it too hard upon themselves. Now, it can escalate to what? Quarrel between two factions. And if the matter is not nipped in the bud, meaning it should be quickly what? The ugly thing should be quickly what? Averted. It's just like, you know that when you're young, there's this element of what? Youthful exuberance that radiates all over you. You are always trying to showcase your aggressive tendency. And once you are the receiving end, some may not take it lightly. Hell will be let loose. In order to foresaw the outbreak of such scenario, there's need to nip the matter in the word, but to avert ugly scenario, ugly scene. So that's what that one means. To stick to one's gun. Not everybody is willing to do that. When you stick to your gun, means that you hold on to your belief tenaciously. You are not ready to shake. You are not ready to shift to your ground. Some people under intense pressure, they easily shift their ground. When you stick to your gun, means that you maintain your point, your idea, resolutely, tenaciously, without shifting your ground. Then to face the music, whether you are from the rich or poor family, whatever action you have taken, you must learn to face the consequence, the aftermath. Now, to face the music, what? To bear the consequence of one's action, be it good or bad. Having said that, we have what? To bury the hatchet. Nobody is perfect in this world. So if somebody offends you, you must learn to what? bury the hatchet means what? To forget the past and embrace peace. To forget the past and what? Embrace peace. That's what we mean by to bury the hatchet. Then to call the shot. Everybody likes to call the shot. Now, when you call the shot, you are in what? Position of authority. Willing to what? To stamp your authority. It's just like at home now. The father will always want to call the shot. But in the situation whereby the father is financially incapacitated, there's going to be a problem. In a situation whereby the father is financially incapacitated, the woman may want to call the shot, which is very wrong. Now, when you call the shot means to take control of events, to take control of everything. So to call the shot means to be in direct control. Life is about give and take. In a marriage, if the couple is not willing to compromise, the marriage is bound to crumble. If the couple is not willing to compromise, the marriage is bound to crumble. So life is about give and take. So you must learn to compromise. You should not be irrevocably what? You should be, what do you call it? Objective. Yeah, when there's life is all about give and take. Learn to compromise. Not everything will come your way. Then why to leave no stone unturned? You want to attain success in this world. You want to attain, so you know there is no gain without pain. You must endeavor. Just like what we are doing now. The same must have to do what? Leave no stone unturned. To do everything humanly possible to ensure that you attain your heartfelt desire, which is success. Success cannot come in isolation. You have to work tenaciously. You have to burn the midnight candle for you to attain your goal. That means you have to leave no stone unturned to do everything humanly possible to attain your goal. Then to turn a deaf ear. Majority, when somebody turns a deaf ear, means to ignore, to disregard, and you feel offended when you are talking to somebody and that person turns a deaf ear to what you're saying. It shows that you have been what? Rendered what? Inconspicuous. You have been rendered what? Useless. It means that your presence there is highly what? Inconsequential. It means your presence there is highly what? Inconsequential. Meaning meaningless. It's an insult. So to turn a deaf ear means to ignore. At a snail pace, if you are walking at a snail pace, you cannot attain your goal because you are walking very slow. At a snail pace, means what? Very slow. Then to lay down your arms. When you lay down arms, mean that you surrender and try to embrace peace. Because what's the word of fighting that will lead to what? Avalanche of what? Casualty. So it's better to learn to lay down arms and talk on a round table, have a round table discussion. So from there, let's go to the some question under idioms. We've sent it to you already. Let's see. Number one, choose the interpretation you consider most appropriate for each question. After a thorough investigation into the bribery scandal, some of the leaders were given marching order. Now, the idioms there is what? Marching order. This is that some of the leaders were A, angry, B, dismissed, C, prosecuted, D, punished, E, reprimanded. The correct answer for marching order is what? Dismiss. I hope you are following. The correct answer is what? For marching order means what? To dismiss. That's the meaning. Number two, Shehu decided to take the bull by the horn and go to the principal. This means that she, A, decided not to fear the principal, B, invited the principal to intervene, C, pulled the matter boldly to the principal, D, was afraid of the bull and sought help from the principal, E, wrote a protest letter to the principal. The correct answer is decided not to fear the principal. When you take the bull by the horn, you face the situation with apparent boldness. You should not entertain what? Fear. The answer is A. Number three, couples in Ajegunle are fond of watching their dirty lining in public. This means that you should not discuss your problem outside. Because walls have ears. Look at the option. A, cannot remain indoors for long. B, do their laundry in the open. C, enjoy activities held outdoor. D, publicize their personal affair. E, seem difficult to understand. The answer is what? Publicize their personal affairs. What you are supposed to settle amicably indoor. You now brought it to the audience. That is quite pathetic. We go to number four. Other countries refer to our country as a paper tiger. A paper tiger is someone that brag, but who can never carry out his threat. Let's look at the option given. This means that our country is, to them, A, a great one ruled by a weak leader, B, a very powerful one, C, a weak one ruled by a powerful leader, D, not as powerful as it appears, E, weak but popular. Now, if you look at the option, they are very, very synonymous. We said other country refer to our country as a paper tiger. This means that our country is, to them, a great one ruled by a weak leader, a very powerful one, a weak one ruled by a powerful leader. The answer is a great country ruled by a weak leader. That's the answer there, A. Number 6, last month, Edward's condition was critical, but she's now out of the wood. When you're out of the wood, means that you are free from difficulties. Let's check the option. A, being cared for at home. B, in good hands. C, no longer in need of a split. B, out of danger. E, stay in town. When you stay out of the wood, means what? Out of danger. You are no longer in a precarious situation. We move on to number 6. The newly appointed minister is a square peg in a round hole. I told you last week that a square peg in a round hole it simply means that people at the corridor of power whose level of intelligence is quite what? Shallow, meaning an average personnel. So a square peg in a round hole that means that those people are not worthy of occupying that post. Unsuitable people at the corridor of power. And the result would be what? Total what? Fiasco, failure. And let's look at the option given to us there. I'm coming. Let's look at the option there. We have A, has a square shoulders. B, is not suitable for the office. C, is quite suitable for the office. D, lives in a square house. E, works in a square office. You can see that the answer is what? Is quite, no, it's not suitable for the office. Like I told you, a square peg in a round hole is someone who is not capable, who is not what? Efficient to man the office given to him. Such a person is bunch of what? Mediocre. Embodiment of mediocrity. An average personnel, and he has little or lesser knowledge, meaning shallow-minded. Move on to the next question. The next question. The continuous hike in the price of petroleum products makes many people live from hand to mouth. What does that simply means? When you live from hand to mouth, means that you cannot make ends meet. A, are comfortable. B, cannot make ends meet. C, eat a great deal. D, eat well, but have no leftover. E, eat with their finger. Means that cannot make ends meet. Find it pretty difficult. The next number, choose the interpretation that is most appropriate for each sentence. My brother's drunkenness often get on my nerves. When somebody gets on your nerves, they get you irritated, annoyed. Let's see the option. A, disgraced me. B, made him ill. C, made me angry. D, offended. The answer is what? Made me angry. When somebody gets on your nerve, means that it irritates you. Get on your anger, please. Number 2, the government has decided to freeze student grants. This means that the government intends to A, reduce grants meant for students. B, resume paying grants to students. C, make students repay the grant. D, stop paying grant to students. The other one, stop paying grant. When they freeze it, stop paying grant to students. The next number, the first time Paul met Ngozi, her beauty caught his eyes. Her beauty caught his eye. Means that A, Ngozi admired Paul. Paul recognized Ngozi. Ngozi attracted Paul. Paul surprised God. Ngozi attracted what? Paul. When somebody caught your eyes, you are attracted, captivated, fascinated by the person's beauty. The next one, Mr. Juma kept his class on their toes so that they might not fail the examination. When you keep somebody on their toes, mean that you put them in a reading position. Let's see the option. A, work very hard to pass. B, keep standing in class. C, prepare for the examination. D, eager to take exam. Work very hard to pass. A, when you keep them on their toes, you did not give them any opportunity to digress from what they are doing. Meaning they are very studious. They keep on reading. And you're there to put them through. The next question. Drought, for the first time, brought the poor face to face with famine. Face to face with famine. A, expected to meet hungry people. B, thought the season would be dry. C, prepare for famine. D, experience hunger in their life. The answer is what? Experience hunger. Experience hunger in their life. That's the correct one there. Number 5. We're going to number 5 now. The president did everything he could not to lose face with the parliament. The president did everything he could not to lose face with the parliament. A, this means that the president tried to A, retain his government popularity. B, continue looking very attractive. C, win the respect of the people. D, gain more seats in the election. Look at that sentence. The president did everything he could not to lose face with the parliament. He doesn't want to be in their bad record. Let's see the option again. Retain his government popularity, continue to look very attractive, win the respect of the people, gain more seats in the election. Retain his government popularity is the ideal answer. A. Number 6, I think we've done that one. Number 7, next one, number 1. When Joe was threatened with suspension, he made a clean breast of his offense. When you made a clean breast, means you have what? Acknowledge your fault. Let's see the option. A, ran away. B, made friends with other. C, told the whole truth. The answer is what? Told the whole truth. 2, when Eunice was discharged from hospital, she was a shadow of her former self. A shadow of her former self. A, looked like a shadow. B, was withdrawn. C, had changed a little. D, was thin and weak. The answer was thin and weak. Very vulnerable. Number 3. Chinwe can be stubborn, yet I have a soft spot for her. Someone that is stubborn, but you say what? Soft spot. Or A, fond of Chinwe, even though she's stubborn. B, alone, know how to control Chinwe. C, dislikes Chinwe for stubbornness. D, have a cure. The answer is A, that is fond of, when you are fond of, you like. That's why the fact that the person is stubborn. You never use that one as an excuse. Your love supersedes that of our what? Stubbornness. So you ignore the other side. Number 4, the principal is high-handed with his staff. This means that he, A, respects his staff highly. B, is very friendly. C, shakes hands with his staff. D, uses his authority over his staff. Uses his authority, very dictatorial. He does not accommodate. He's not approachable. He's not friendly. So it is not someone that is quite accessible. That's the meaning. To handle people with high-handedness. Number 5, the loan was taken on a gentleman's agreement. On a gentleman's agreement. A, there was no documentation of the loan. B, 2 gentlemen witnessed the loan. The loan was granted. The loan was not repaid. No documentation. Nothing like that. That's the answer there. Number 6, constructing the road. Constructing the road along the coast was difficult, but the men had already broken the back of the work. Broken the back of the work before the rain. This is that they had completed the preparation, completed the most difficult part, completed broken the road, completed the most difficult part of it. That's it. Already broken the back of the work. Number 7, whenever Nkoyi finds herself at a loose end, she goes visiting people. At a loose end means what? A, happy. B, feels worried and confused. C, had nothing to occupy her mind. D, meanings what? The answer feels worried and confused. B is the answer. Number 8, Kola will get the job because his father will surely pull strings. When you pull strings for somebody, use your influence to get something done. Let's see the option. A, give him useful information. B, remove some of his difficulties. C, influence the right people. D, attract attention towards him. The answer is what? Influence the right people. Let's say again, because the answer is somehow, look at it. A, give him useful information. No. B, remove some of his difficulty. C, influence the right people. D, attract attention towards him. C is the answer. That D is only there to create confusion. Number 9, to give bronze medal to the athlete who was deliberately intercepted on the track was cold comfort. Cold comfort is the idiom there. This means that the bronze medal was A, acceptable to him, B, too cold, C, not adequate compensation, D, rejected. The answer is not adequate compensation. Someone that was intercepted on the track. Cold comfort, that's all that means. Look at this one too. The accused was caught red-handed by the police. When you are caught red-handed, what does it mean? That you are caught in the act. A, made to wear red gloves. B, thought to be in danger. C, found in the very act. D, found cover with blood. Very funny. Found cover with blood. So, found in the very act. That's the answer, C. Number 2, he left the country to avoid loss of face. That is to avoid embarrassment and disgrace. This means that he left the country, A, to make his fortune somewhere else. B, to seek revenge. C, to seek refuge. D, avoid being publicly humiliated. That's the answer. Avoid being publicly humiliated. Number D. John was not really angry with Janet, but she seems to have taken the matter very much to heart, meaning she's very upset about the matter. B is the answer. He's driving. Number 4. Made my hair stand on end. Made my hair stand on end. This means that his driving was A, delightful, B, frightening, C, interesting, D, exciting. The answer is what? Frightening, B. You are afraid, terrified by the way he drives. Number 5, when the riot broke out in the school, only the principal kept his head. This means that only Prisoner A was not injured, B, held his head, I, C, remain calm, D, himself. Then when you held your head, remain what? Very calm. Remain very calm. When you are calm, means that you are very composed. You remain unruffled. You are not perturbed by what is happening. Number 6, sorry. The woman supported her husband through thick and thin. How many women can do that? The woman supported her husband through thick and thin. Thick and thin is the idiom there. This means that she supported her husband, A, both in good and bad health, B, when he was fat and when he got thin, C, whether he was behaving well or badly, D, in both. You might think she's always right, but I am determined to catch her out. To catch her out is the idiom there. This means that I am determined to A, arrest her, B, confront her, C, prove that she can make a mistake, D, makes her agree that I am right. Look at it again. Juma thinks she's always right. Look at it. Someone that believes that she can never make a mistake, but I am determined to catch her out. This means that I am determined to arrest her, no, to confront her, no, to prove that she can make a mistake. Yes. C, that's the correct answer. Number 8, the preacher advised those who lost their property in fire disaster not to lose hope, as every cloud has a silver lining. As every cloud has a silver lining. What that simply means that A, there is a good side to all misfortune. B, when there is life, there is hope. C, to lose is a common occurrence. D, everybody must encounter misfortune in life. If you look at this thing, they are very, very synonymous. What do you If you let's look at it very well. Number one, there is a good side to all misfortune. Yeah, it's an idiom too. Because we must learn. Every misfortune teaches moral lesson. B, we have when there is life, there is hope. It's an idiom too, meaning that you should not give up. Even when you are going through difficulty now, tomorrow will surely be okay. Then look at the C. To lose is common. That one is off. D, everybody must encounter misfortune in life. So the nearest or the correct answer is D. Everybody must encounter misfortune in life, whether you like it or not. And that thing normally what teaches us how to become what? Wise. We learn one or two morals in every challenges of life we encounter. So at this juncture, I think we are done with the question. We'll go back to the idioms. Now, I don't need to tell you some of those idioms that normally come out very well that you need to be conversant with. Just like what I've seen. One of those idioms that you need to take cognizant, to take the bull by the horn. Check your past question. It's always there. Then we have this one too. To turn a deaf ear. They always come out, whether in WAEC or JAM. You watch out for it. Then not to leave those one unturned too. Making 3. We have what do you call it? To nip in the bud, yeah. To avert ugly scenario. It's called a common occurrence. We also have to step on toes. To step on toes means to offend several people. It's called it there too. Just like this one too, that we did last week. What do you call this one? I'm coming. To be a dark horse. Yeah. Let me mark that one for you too. To be a dark horse too is a common occurrence. To be a dark horse. Check your past question. You see there. Someone whose strength is relatively unknown. Someone whose strength is relatively unknown. Just like what I told you already the last week, that when Nigeria plays Brazil, everybody assumed that Brazil will surely what? Beat Nigeria. Now, if the underdog now win the match, such underdog will become what? A dark horse. So a dark horse is a person whose strength is relatively unknown. It's a common question to under German white. You have to take note. We also have this one too. To flog a dead horse that we did last week. To flog a dead horse means to try the impossible. Just like what I told you last week. Some students may be stubborn and uncompromising. A new teacher has been posted to the school, and the man is trying to make his mark and try to admonish those students that are not enthusiastic towards learning. In the course of trying to do that, he was now talking to some group of people. Now, the others will now say, sir, those people you are talking to, you are just wasting your precious time. It's like you are what? Flogging a dead horse. Flogging a dead horse means that the person you are talking to can never change. You are wasting your precious time. So take note of this too. It is very common in JAM, past question, and why. We also have this one too. To be a second fiddle. A second fiddle. We did it last week too, you remember? When you act, a second fiddle is someone that acts in a subordinate role. Someone that acts just like a man who has lost his job. Such a man cannot discharge his financial obligation. Hence, he will be acting what? Inferior role at home. I don't know if we're getting it. Or just like a principal who has what? Demoted from the board to what? Gate man or classroom teacher. Such a man is what? Is now playing what? A second fiddle, acting in a what? Subordinate role. He has been relegated to the background. As such a person will lose what? Confidence in his ability. So to play second fiddle, to play a second fiddle, meaning to act in a subordinate role, inferior, and inferior complex, which is definitely certain. When you have been relegated from your official position, just like someone who has been downgraded. such a person can never be happy. And we also have this one too, that always to cross the Rubicon. To cross the Rubicon, meaning to take an irrevocable decision that can never be reversed, irreversible decision. It's just like I said that very day, your parents actually want you to read what? Law. Meanwhile, you actually want to become what? A political scientist. I mean, you want to read what? Politics, you want to become a politician. And they have tried everything possible, frustrated your effort, but you are not ready to shift your ground. You now said, sir, I have crossed the Rubicon on my choice of a career. You cannot impose cause that I am not favorably disposed. So when you cross the Rubicon, meaning you are not ready to compromise, you have taken an uncompromising stand on your choice of a career, and no amount of intimidation or imposition can make you shift your ground. That's what this simply means. So all these things, they are quite common in your JAM and why question. They do come out every two years or thereabout. You check, you see them there. We also have this one, to be on cloud 9. When you're on cloud 9 means you are extremely happy. Just like you have been writing exam, post-jam for the past 3 years, it's not be your portion. And this year, you are able to be shortlisted among those students that have been given admission. The first thing we'll do, you'll be what? You'll be on cloud 9. You'll be extremely excited, in a state of euphoria, excitement. So when you're on cloud 9, you are very, very happy, having attained one of the most elusive dreams of yours. When something is elusive, means what? Unattainable. When something is elusive, it means unattainable. But you're able to attain it this year. And that's why you didn't like that they are doing what today? They are doing matric, you can see. So those students that are doing matric today, they are all of them are on what? On cloud 9. Because they have worked assiduously towards attaining that admission. And you will know that UNILAG is one of the most unique university, and it's not easy to penetrate. And for those that have been able to achieve it, mean that, look at it, they must be on what? Cloud 9. Yours too next year shall never elude you. And that's why Mr. Israel has put something like this, so that you'll be able to attain your heartfelt desire. All we want from you is to show that total devotion, determination. Any topic that you are taught, feel free during question segment, ask your question, or you can send any question across to us. So please, what is worth doing is worth doing well. There's an adage that says, make a while the sun shine, then strike when the iron is hot. Don't waste an opportunity. You have an opportunity, make the best use of that opportunity. It's not how far, it's how well. And you know one thing about life, procrastination is a theft of time. What you ought to get done today, you push it tomorrow. It may be what? Counterproductive. I don't know whether we say half time, so that we can go straight to question time. So another one that will. I've sent about 100 idioms to. It's all for your groups, for your consumption. Go through them, check the past question too. If you have any question, you can send it across to us. We'll definitely deal with those things, because what we really want is what? Student-teacher relationship. The class should be quite interactive. You don't allow the teacher only to talk. At the end of the day, no question. It doesn't make sense. We want to know whether you are feeling the heat. We want to know whether you are assimilating what we are passing across. We want to know whether the delivery is quite okay or not. So we need your response. And that's why you need to ask questions based on what you are taught, so that we're able to evaluate you and know whether what we have done sinks or not. So, like we said, we have been able to tackle idioms today. Next week, by God's grace, we're going to treat another topic entirely, and it's going to be under preposition. I'm going to send the notes to you before Tuesday, as well as work class drill on it. I'll send it to the group. I want you to do it. Then you send it, I'll mark. So God preparation will take us 2 weeks, because it's quite one of the most how do I call it? One of the most confusing aspects of grammar is preposition. It is quite broad and how do I call it? Ambiguous. For instance, there are some words in preposition that has dual meaning. And that some preposition attract fixed verb, fixed adjective, while some do not attract. For instance, let me give you, look at this word now. If you use the word discuss, solicit, discuss, solicit. Do you know that these two words cannot go with preposition? We discuss you. We cannot that we discuss about you is wrong. We discuss you is correct. For those that we discussed about you yesterday, blunder. But many people do not know. Just like the word, I have come to solicit your help. Don't say I have come to solicit for your help. It is totally wrong. Solicit means what? To seek. Just like the word seek too. Seek cannot go with preposition. We have come to seek your permission. Don't say we have come to seek for your permission. The same thing applies to the word crave. Sir, can we crave your indulgence? Don't say that we have come to crave for your indulgence. So all these things, we shall look into them next week. Like I said, preposition is one of the most ambiguous parts of speech. It is quite elusive. And that is why the best way to know preposition, it is your dictionary. And look at this one too, that you always emphasize. Do you know that the word emphasize cannot be used with a preposition? Look at it. The teacher emphasizes the need to be punctual. Don't say that the teacher emphasizes on the need to be punctual. If you say so, the sentence is grammatically wrong. And many people are not, they are ignorant on the fact that emphasize does not go with a preposition. However, the noun emphasis attract preposition. So like at this junction, I think we are going to call it. So this is question time. Please ask any question based on what we have done today. I think which I meet next week. Isaac, I'll send you your assignment and the notes. Take care of yourself. Please always read.